Right now you're watching Blatantly Blunt TV, alright?
Alright, cool. Alright, so we're here today with undoubtedly one of the most ferocious, fierce lyricists in the UK hip-hop, grime, rap scene, full stop. English Frank, what's going on, sir?
Yeah,
How you doing?
Yeah, man, good.
Yeah. First, want to say congratulations on the album. Like, it's undoubtedly like one of the most complete and rounded albums I've heard. US, UK for the last few years, man. So yeah, I can see that a lot of planning and thought has gone into it. Like, what was your catalyst when you initiated the project? What was the thing that made you say, right, I want to put out an album, a solid album, say 2014?
As any artist, like, you always want to be able to put out an album like that or something, but I kind of stopped rapping because I always have a thing where I don't like being a rapper. I hate when I meet new people and they're like, he's a rapper. Like, I'm with my friend and he's like, yeah, you rap. And I'm like, I told you not to tell him I'm a rapper. Because it's just a weird stereotype on rappers that I'm not trying to be classed as a rapper in this new world I'm trying to go into, or all these other worlds, because there's so much worlds. So I stopped rapping, innit? And then, I don't know, someone raps, I hear a good rapper somewhere, and they just spark the fuel.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what album it was or whatever. I was like, I gotta make an album. Obviously it was an American album.
Okay.
I love UK hip hop. I don't even follow this new American stuff. But it was like a DM. You know, like you ain't heard It's Dark and Hell is Hot for years.
Right.
And you put it in the CD player and you're like, no, I gotta do this. So I made the decision. Then what happened, I made like 3 tracks that were hard. I made Frankenstein. I made Amnesia.
Yeah.
I thought that's and I said I'm on the way, and then I made something else. I can't remember. It was one of the hard tracks. And then I stopped rapping again. That was like almost 2 years ago. Okay. I'm trying to say that was ages ago. Well, that was about a year and a half ago. I stopped rapping. I had a case. I got a case. And then what happened? I got caught with such a small amount of weed. Yeah. No scales, no tip this, no nothing. I got bailed in 4 hours in Brixton Station. They never do that. No matter what, I could have got caught with a draw. So many times I've been nicked. I got bailed in 4 hours in Brixton Station. Couldn't believe it. And I was walking out shaking their hands like, thanks mate. I can't believe I have a ticket by now. You know those sort of ones that. But then what happened? They put my government name through the system when they went to CPS. What is it? Crown Prosecution CPS, and they see I was English Frank. So they just built this whole case. They checked everything they could possibly check. You get warrants now to start checking phone records and stuff, innit? Right. Like every text and la-di-da-di-da and bank things. And you know, like the year before, I done about 80 shows, bruv. And I was telling man, yo, put the deposit in my bank. Otherwise, I'm not coming up. So they're £200 going in my bank. They built this whole case. He's a kingpin. Right. He's got money coming from everywhere, from Lloyd's to SBM Manchester, from Halifax. Obviously, they knew it was the rap. Yeah, I stopped rapping. Yeah. And then obviously the drug hit back in it. Yeah. The rapping drug, like. I finished this album. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. About 7-8 months later, I finished community service. I was doing it twice a week, bro. And then I had a son. I was looking after him 2 to 3 times a week. Me and the missus kind of broke up. So I wanted to be a good dad. And I had enough peas to not have to, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to prove to her that I'm a good dad and myself. So I had him 2 to 3 days a week, community service 2 days a week. Okay. How many days a week did I have? Plus I still needed to pay all these bills and shit, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So you know what, if you man are grinding, but I had 2 days in a week. See, when I had my son, I can't pay a babysitter and that because he was young, he was 1 and that. I don't trust them things and that. You see what I'm trying to say? So it was me, and I had it for 2-3 days. If I had it for 3 days, 72 hours, I can't do nothing else.
So is these kind of frustrations in your life and all this police stuff, is that what psychs you up when you go into the studio? Is that what kind of gives you the motivation to just spit your heart out and go mad and kind of get all your thoughts out onto the paper and write some of the best tracks that, you know, the UK is coming out with?
Kind of, but that just disheartens me, bro. I just don't want to rap. It makes me not want to go to the studio.
Because the police are using that as a reason
to
it's not even that.
It's just the whole system is bollocks, bro. Like, I only started rapping because I fell in love with it, innit? It was like, because we done MCing as kids. Everyone was rapping to MC Hammer and shit. Yeah. Then it was like MCing that came about, drum and bass, because I had an older brother in it. So you're hearing all the older, you know what I'm saying? And then I heard rappers. And I fell in love, like, I heard fun, I heard all these people. Right. And then I didn't know that English rappers even existed till I was 15.
And who was it that sparked your kind of interest?
My friend down the road, he rapped in an English accent. He's one of the best rappers I ever heard. And my upstairs neighbour, I come down, he was a full-blown criminal. You see what I'm trying to say? He was rapping that And he's a smart man as well, and he was only about 21, but I was about 15. And he spat some bars. People ain't spitting now, is what I'm trying to say. But he can't be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? He does his thing, but yeah, I didn't even know people with English accents rapped like that. I didn't know even rap like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
I've got about 6 producers on the album, mainly Preston.
Yep, Preston Play, yeah.
And then Animate.
Yep.
And then Red Skull.
Red Skull.
And a few people, like whoever I hear make good beats, I get at them and say, yeah, you got anything, and then because I listen to like thousands of beats, and when I listen to a few hundred before I even like one.
And one of them just catches you and you're like, that's the one I'm using. Boom, nice.
It's art. That's what I'm trying to say.
It is.
That's what Tupac. I ain't trying to follow what he done. I'm just saying that I found that out there, but I've always done that. It's like I feel that one. Something can work. I know it now. I seen the whole vision. But I ain't got the bars in my head or nothing. I just seen this vision. I seen the future. You see what I'm trying to say?
100%.
So every one of those tracks I made, I heard, and I told you that I heard the track as you played the beat to me.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it that exact, but I heard the form. I heard it all. You see what I'm trying to say? Like,
you had a vision, premonition,
That was it. That's the whole picture.
Right. Okay. And with your like, you got a complex and intense flow pattern, man. I love it, you know, because it makes your brain work harder, and like it takes a few listens to fully clock it. Do you feel as though sometimes your lyrics, maybe for rap fans that aren't used to that intense flow and stuff, do you think it might go over their head sometimes? Do you ever wonder that?
That's a good question, man. Because that's how I grew up. Like, I was fascinated when someone could do something like that. Like, I'm not even trying to say nothing complicated. I'm just trying to say it's such a pattern where it's hard to hear. And you have to, oh, that's magic. That's what Pun was doing. That's what Big L was doing. Yeah, that's crazy. Their whole thing. Like, that's what they was all doing, Raekwon and Ghost. I couldn't believe what Raekwon and Ghost was doing. Me, it was like, I want to be able to do that one day. And now, finally, I feel like I'm slightly on that boundary of my wordplay. On that level almost. You know what I'm trying to say?
Fitting into the beat and everything like that.
I'm happy, man.
Definitely. And once you done the recording for this album, what was the hardest part after all the music was done? After all the recording and stuff, what was like the hardest part of releasing Frankenstein?
I'm trying to come up with good concepts for videos. I direct most of them, and it's like I need something that's gonna shock, because otherwise I'll just put the tune out with a blank screen. You see what I'm trying to say? Like with the interview's not gonna shock unless we have a fight, then it will get better views. You see what I'm trying to say? We're just sitting there, it's real boring, because things like Vine, 7 seconds attention span. You know, everyone's attention span's getting worse. You know what I'm trying to say? You're trying to have a deep conversation with someone. And most of the people watching, they're on YouTube, innit? Just watch 700 videos, clicking all day. I'm watching this. That's not daydreaming, like, what was I watching again?
So, on the album, what is your favourite tracks? Like, what are the standout tracks for you on the album? Outlaw, yeah, that's one.
Maybe Fire Police, because I like the beat a lot. All the lyrics on there are old, and like reproduced. I mean, like
re-recorded over a new beat. Yeah.
Old bars and that.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll next to.
Yeah, because I like the Animal one, Lamina.
Yeah, I like Lamina still.
Yeah, man, that's insane. Yeah, definitely. Do you think there's like a media witch hunt against the rap scene, against the UK hip hop scene and the grime scene? Do you think like the papers are always looking for little things to pick out and expose artists for doing certain things in their lifestyle?
Yeah, straight.
Do you think it's just as bad as it's always been?
England's like an island, isn't it? It's really small, and everyone knows it. Everyone. And if you don't have a job, you know, you're a criminal. Yeah. You see what I'm trying to say? So everyone's a criminal. Apart from this fake bullshit, gay shit or whatever they're that side of it. Like, hip hop is supposed to be a kind of a scary place, and you know. If there was a lot of money involved in hip hop, people start dying. Yeah? Yeah. It's something that just needs to be controlled. Yeah. There's not a lot of money in it, otherwise man would be getting run up on all the time. For sure. All the time. Do you know how many stick-up kids there are in London? You see what I'm trying to say? When they hear there's boxes in your house of cocaine, they're coming for that shit. So really, rappers are really like that now. Not even like one tiny temper. That's it. You get me? They're only like one. The scene just needs to be just kept small. They don't want these rappers buying houses. Right. That's crazy. They don't even want me buying houses. They don't even want the plumber buying a house. They don't want the normal working man to buy a house. They don't want the normal man to succeed. Like, Why are they gonna want a rapper to succeed?
Right.
But they want Tiny to succeed because Tiny promotes feminism. Not like that. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Skinny jeans.
You know what I'm saying? I love Tiny or whatever. I love Tiny. But what I'm saying, he's not me. He's not you or him. He's not Giggs. He's not Morrison. He's not Young Spray. Yeah, you see, look at Young Spray, look at Tiny. Young Spray ain't gonna be on Jonathan Ross.
No, you're right.
Why? But brother, in the 90s, Young Spray would have been on Jonathan Ross because they love that gangster shit. They were trying to turn everyone back. So now they're pushing this gay agenda. You just gotta see what agenda they're pushing. Remember they pushed on MTV, man with machine guns and hats and all that in Compton. And you see what I'm trying to say? You see them old videos and how raw they was and how everything was. But they ain't trying to push that now, especially over here anyway. Like, America's like an experiment, fam. You know what I'm trying to say? America's like the experiment for the world. They let them run wild and then control everything else. Yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of parallels now to the 90s hip hop scene in the US. Like the way that, like you're saying, artists are going on mainstream, TV shows and this kind of stuff. And I see a lot of similarities. But I mean, remember that ODB? Yeah, there's none of that these days. Remember that? Yeah, man. You see that ODB now? If there was an ODB in England and he was doing all that, everyone would cuss him. That's a fact. He's too messy. Everyone would cuss him. That's what he's a cracker. He's that guy that's from down the road that looks like a cracker. Everyone would laugh. Why are we saying this? Like they wouldn't catch that this guy's a genius, but he just takes a bit too much drugs and he's funny. What do you think that like the politicians and the teachers and the police, if they listen to Frankenstein 5 times from start to finish, obviously I think that could educate them a lot on the bottom-up perspective on life, on the society we're living in, London, South London, Brixton, the UK. What do you think they can learn from listening to the album that are kind of misconceived about rap music and about hip-hop and what it's there for? Like, what do you think they could learn from the album by listening to it? I don't know, because they're all different, like, so, but they'll have different opinions, innit? So break the misconception of what? Well, they'll probably just have the same conception. They just think this is a mad guy trying to know this shit. I don't understand nothing he says. Most people don't understand because we've grown up around it. Like I say, your brain's used to it. If you go to another country driving on the other side of the road, you're lost. If you do it for a week, I'm cool now. Yeah. And that's with them. They ain't never heard this go. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why the sing-along stuff works. And they say, oh, that's cool, so we follow that. They don't even know what I'm saying, bro. My mum don't even know what I'm saying. I'm her son. My mum doesn't know. I get little bits, but I like it. My mum, she doesn't understand. I'm like, do you understand? Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Do you think that we as humans, I'm gonna get a bit deep now, but do you think we as humans have free will? No, but in society you're kind of caged in it, so you have free will within your mind. Yeah. That's kind of hard to get into though, because in your mind you're still in this, because there's the mind, body and spirit in it, so it's like, you're still here in the body. You have to pay your bills. That's it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you have to pay your bills. You can go on that little holiday, but until you've got enough money, and then, I've done some crazy stuff. Like, I've tried to convince my family to move away and start a farm on a hill. You see what I'm trying to say? They think I'm mad. Escape from society. I've been doing this for like 7 years. Yeah. Like, when are we gonna go? Yeah. Fuck this shit. I wanna see no one no more. It's not because I'm weird, because it's just dead. It's all dead. You see, I don't get no joy from using the phone. It's just a programming that I'm doing. You see what I'm trying to say? Which person or which thing in life or which entity in the planet Earth, whether it's a person or whatever, is your biggest driving spirit to be who you are in 2014 today? Oh, probably my son. Yeah, mostly, because other than that, I wouldn't even be there. I'd be in Dubai. Yeah. Getting more gold. Getting a ton. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. So that's your motivation to strive on every day. I wouldn't even be rapping on that. Yeah. Because I'm here. I wouldn't be in this country. I would have went to Spain. I was going to go to Spain. And last thing, the crocodile in Jamal's video, SBTV, is that your pet crocodile or? No, I ain't got no time to look after a crocodile. Yeah. So what's the story behind that? I wanted to take the tape off his mouth, but obviously Jamal was like, no, leave the tape on. Like, the handler said, yeah. Oh, you just rented it for the day, the crocodile? Yeah, we rented 2 of them. So okay, it's a good look. I could have lied and said, no, that was my. That's your crocodile, yeah. I couldn't be bothered. What's the point? Yeah. No. Sick, man. All right. But I can't afford one. They're not that
Yeah,
expensive.
no, it's not even that. But why would you
and
want?
I got dogs that would eat
Yeah.
people out of the land.
So you train dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that like a hobby or is that more of a side income thing or?
It's more of a hobby. You know?
Hobby, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't pay much. I used to breed dogs, but I had to stop when I had my son. That's when I sold the last of my dogs.
Okay.
Because a few of them were just looking at him like, well, you know what I mean? So.
Sick, man. Yeah. All right, bro. Well, look, it's been a great interview. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice,
man.
nice.
I look forward to